Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your end of April into early May 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Without a further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop on into it. I do want to say there will be an official May reading, guys, so no worries there. These energies are going to cover the next 3 weeks, so it'll be the last week of April and the first 2 weeks of May. So let's go ahead and get it popping and see what's going on here for our lovely and amazing Libra gang. What insight and information is coming on through here for Team Libra, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs moving throughout the end of April into early May. Taking a look here at the overall energy, popping right out for you, is going to be a Wheel of Fortune. Now, Wheel of Fortune is great, very fortuitous energy coming into play for you, but it also can mark the ending of cycles so that something new can begin. It's essentially a death and a rebirth process coming into play here so far. So there definitely can be some cycle closing out for you, but yet a new chapter in your life is beginning to open up, so that is pretty damn exciting. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where your main focus is going to be moving into the next 3 weeks. So what is the main focus going to be here for Team Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, end of April, early May. What is their main focus? Hello, we got here an 8 of Swords. Okay, so I think that you're a little bit in your head when it comes to like where you're trying to focus directionally, because it's like you're ready for a new chapter, you've ended a chapter, but it's like, where the heck do I go? Some of you could have quit a job and maybe you're wondering like, where is my career taking me next? Some of you could have walked out of a relationship and where is my love life going next? I think right now it's pretty much like you're in a transitionary period, but you don't know where you're 100% transitioning to. And that's okay, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Like, you don't always have to have everything figured out. No one ever truly does have everything figured out, by the way. So I don't want you to think that you 100% like need to know what's coming next. Sometimes you just got to experience life and let life take you there, you know? You don't have to have it all planned out. A lot of people feel like they have to, and they stress and then they feel like they're going nowhere. And dude, like, you're living every day. You're always going somewhere, right? So I just want to throw that out there for any Libras who might feel that way. There is no way you're going nowhere. You are always going somewhere, point blank, period. So if you don't know what the next steps are, let life just take you to it. You know, experience life, try something new. Apply yourself, right? If you're going into a new career space, if you've just closed out a chapter at a certain career and you don't know where your career is taking you next, try new things. Look at what intrigues you and excites you and what kind of draws your attention, and try it anyhow, even if it's something you've never done before. Because at the end of the day, maybe it ends up working out for you, or maybe you get guided to something so much better. But there's always something around the corner for you, no matter what. So there will be a new chapter, even if you're not sure what that chapter is just yet, okay? So let life take you to where you need to go, but do be in a place of action here at this time. Try new things, experience new things, and it'll eventually end up all aligning for you anyhow. Now, let's see how you're going to navigate through this main focus, Libra. So how is Team Libra going to navigate through this 8 of Swords? You know, they're unsure of what's coming next. So what are they doing here with their main focus? You got a 5 of Wands. You're stressing. Temperance card. Trying to not stress as much, but Ace of Wands, trying to get creative. So I think this is going back to exactly what I just told you guys, right? I said to you guys, you don't have to have it all figured out, but I do think to a degree you're trying to here with the 5 of Wands. It's like, well, I'm stressed, and I'm trying to be patient with myself. Temperance card, I'm trying to not be so hard on myself, but I want to know what the new vision is. Like, I want to have a plan for the future. So essentially right now, you know, you're handling it with stress, and you're handling it with trying to be less stressed, but still finding yourself stuck in a stressed place, okay? If that made sense the way I explained it. So yeah, you're doing your best to not be stressed, but it's like you feel like you can't help it. So going back to what I said to you previously, this is a time right now to go with the flow. It's okay to not know where you're going, but go somewhere anyhow, right? Try something new, be open to new experiences. If your job isn't your job anymore, try a new job, try something different, right? If you are single, get out there, meet new people, right? Ultimately, you may not know exactly where you're going, but there's always something after a chapter in your life closes. There's always a new chapter beginning. So I want to remind you of that and put you at ease, and hopefully in this next 3-week period, you can focus at putting yourself at ease a heck of a lot more. Now, we're going to go ahead and see here, Libra, what good things are coming in for you. So let's look at some good stuff coming in for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. throughout the remainder here of April into early May. What are some good things coming up here for the Libra gang? Starting out here with our first two cards, we have a Five of Cups and we have here a High Priestess. This is good to me. And a lot of people may say, Ant, why is a Five of Cups good? Well, the thing is that the Five of Cups, as you could see, naturally a person is upset over the three cups that are knocked over and spilled over, but what the people fail to see is right behind this woman is two cups still left standing. So essentially the Five of Cups here is a card that says, just because you've lost something doesn't mean you don't have more to gain. And I feel like intuitively with the High Priestess card, your guides, your angels, the universe, however you want to put it, is starting to open up your eyes to that fact. Just because something is over doesn't mean something isn't beginning. Just because something is not working out doesn't mean something better isn't on its way. I feel like you're really beginning to hone in on that perspective, and it's a beautiful perspective to hone in on. So ultimately, you are going to be in better spirits here over the next 3 weeks. You're going to start to move out of that stressful energy you've been in, and you're going to start to become more optimistic. Okay, something didn't work for a reason, but something else will. So I'm opening up myself to the fact that there are new beginnings ahead. Wonderful. What other information do we have here for Libra in regards to the good stuff coming in? Let's go ahead and see. We have here a Devil card, and we have here a Nine of Wands showing up as well. Good. So you're starting to move out of the Devil energy, which is fantastic. The Devil energy is the energy of being stuck, right? So essentially, when you're in the Devil energy, you're stuck. You could be stuck in a negative mindset. You could be stuck in a place that negatively impacts you. But the Nine of Wands here says, I want to avoid that. I'm at a point in time right now where I don't want to remain stuck in my life anymore, but I want to be more in a positive space. So what you're choosing to do here is you're choosing to remove yourself, right? And instead of embodying the energy of a person who feels like the wounded warrior, you're really starting to embody a different energy in how you perceive yourself. I feel like in regards to the good things happening here for you over the next 3 weeks is you're not perceiving yourself as a person who's stuck in a situation that's unhelpful. You're starting to perceive yourself as a person who's free. You are really changing your perception. Remember how you had the perception originally of, okay, I don't know where I'm going, and that makes me nervous and concerned, and that makes me feel like I'm going nowhere. Well, that's not going to be your perspective anymore. You're going to switch that up to being optimistic, saying, hey, you know what? God's got a plan for me. The universe has a plan for me. Maybe right now where I was, that chapter needed to end so something even more beautiful can begin. So you're not stuck in this negative mindset anymore about where life is headed and going. You are becoming much more optimistic here and opening yourself up to the fact that there's a blessing around the corner. Okay? Love it, love it, love it. Moving along here forward, and essentially those two pairings here said the same thing, but is there anything else, something different, right? In regards to something good coming in for Libra, let's go ahead here and see. We got here the Seven of Pentacles. You're making investments, baby. And we have here the Hermit. Wise investments, to say the least. So over the next 3-week period, in regards to good stuff coming in too, you're going to be making really wise choices and investments with your energy. It could be your time and your money too. It doesn't just have to be energy. But what this is telling me is that going forward, you're making good choices and decisions that are working for you. So let's say the Wheel of Fortune is like, okay, my career is changing. Well, guess what? You're going to make good career moves over the next 3 weeks that are going to benefit and help you based upon how you're investing. You know, same thing with love, or same thing with your personal path. It's like you're going to start making the right choices that work out for you because you've shifted into the right kind of mindset. You know, previously being in the stressed mindset, it wasn't going to help you for your future, but being optimistic is. So you are definitely making the right moves here, and I feel like that's something great here to acknowledge, Libra. So I love that for you. You're definitely moving into a good direction. Once again, it's okay to not know what that direction is going to be, but being able to be optimistic, being able to go with the flow, being able to try new things is all going to lead you down the next path that's going to be really good for you nonetheless. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and move forward, and see if there's any sort of challenge coming into play for you. So, is there any challenges coming up here for Libra over the next 3 weeks, please? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got? We got here the Justice. Now, the Justice card is the Libra card here in the tarot. Now, the Justice often represents balance. So I think that in terms of challenges, it could be kind of hard sometimes to fully adapt an optimistic point of view. I think that maybe you have felt so used to being uncomfortable with the unknown, uncomfortable with not knowing where life is going, that it's created this kind of negative vortex you've been sitting in. So it could be a little hard to break out of that, right? Old habits die hard, But ultimately, as challenging as this is, anytime I have any card come up in a challenge position, I want you guys to know the way that I do my readings. If there's a challenge, it means you're overcoming it. So even though this challenge is appearing, it's not something you're not going to overcome. It's something you're going to overcome. So, keeping this positive mindset will be challenging, but it's going to be something you end up overcoming anyhow. So I'm happy to see that here for you. Now, moving forward, let's see if there's anything you might want to possibly avoid in this time frame. This could be anything random or anything relating to what we've already talked about. So let's see if there's anything Libra may potentially want to avoid moving into the next 3 weeks. Is there anything Libra here may potentially want to avoid? First card coming out is going to be the Page of Swords, and the next card here is going to be the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you want to avoid hesitancy, and you want to be direct, okay? Be direct and deliberate in the choices you make. Do not hesitate at this time. If something feels right, go forward with it full force. Don't sit there and question yourself, doubt yourself, second guess yourself. This is the time right now to go with what feels right. Now, I tell people this all the time in life, whether you're dealing with relationships, career changes, personal changes, life path changes, however the hell it applies to you, you don't have to, the worst thing that you want to do is doubt yourself. If something feels right for you, it's always going to be right for you. So I think that in regards to something you may want to avoid is avoid doubt, avoid fears, avoid second guessing, because if something felt correct for you the first time around, then it's going to be the right move and the right choice. So always trust your instincts. Do not go against your instincts during this time frame. So that's definitely a massive message that I want to let you guys know about. Do not go against your instincts. Trust your instincts as they are currently guiding you. Okay? Use your emotions as a guide here too. Is there anything else Libra may want to avoid during this time frame? We have here the Six of Cups showing up, which is the past. Granted, Mercury went direct. We are still going to be dealing with the after shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so you want to watch out for any sort of past people or past situations. Let's see what this card is going to be paired with. So it's a Six of Cups here being paired with a Knight of Swords, which is communication in regards to the past. So try not to really... I feel like at least over the next 3 weeks period, I would avoid communicating with people from the past. I would avoid, talking to people that maybe are just no longer in your life. It just feels to me like if you can avoid the past, it might be the best for you over the next 3 weeks. Maybe moving forward throughout May, like towards the ending of May, like if some past situation shows up, you can definitely invest in it and see what's going on there. But I think that as of right now, staying focused on your present moment is going to be the most beneficial for you rather than taking a trip back to the past or dealing with a blast from the past as well. So definitely something to avoid if that happens to pertain to you moving into your next 3 week period. This could be an old friend coming out of the woodworks. This could be an old lover coming out of the woodworks. It just feels like it doesn't mean you can't talk to them, but I wouldn't engage super heavily in this. I would wait till we get out of that post-retrograde energy to really take any sort of action. So just saying, it doesn't mean you can't really talk to people from your past, but I would tread lightly, if you will, rather than make any sort of full-blown investments, okay? So I would just be a little bit mindful of that. Lastly, is there anything else here for Libra that they may want to avoid? Moving into the end of April, into early May 2024. We have a Ten of Cups showing up, and we have a Judgment showing up here too. Interesting. This is a time where I feel like the Judgment is literally talking about judgment, and Ten of Cups is a card that could represent your family, but it also could represent your fulfillment, right, in your life. I think that if you want to avoid something right now, I'm picking up on don't judge a book by its cover. This could be about the new beginnings, by the way, that are coming towards you, Libra. Remember how I said Wheel of Fortune, something's changing, a chapter in your life ended, a new chapter's coming in. You may not know necessarily where you're going. This is almost like the universe's way of saying don't judge a book by its cover, because you might end up somewhere at first that you don't think is inherently for you, but it turns out to be the best thing you have ever experienced. So I think the universe is trying to say be open to all experiences as possible, as they can provide tons and tons of fulfillment for you. And even though your first judgment and your first appearance and your first thoughts about something might not be what you've pictured it to be, it can turn out to be totally different. So I'm getting don't judge a book by its cover energy. Try to be as open as possible in this time frame to new beginnings and new things coming into your life. It seems to me like it may turn out so much better than you've ever expected. So, don't base everything off of your first judgment. Try to be as open as possible and give chances to new things. The last thing you want to do is shut something down without really giving it a chance, okay? All right. That's what we got here for you, Libra. I'm going to do an overall outcome, of course, but just to give you guys a little bit of a synopsis of what we read here today, taking a look at the overall energy and the current overall situation, what this was telling me is that a lot of you are fearful of what's coming next. Some chapter in your life has ended and you may not know where you're going moving forward. And I think it's stressing a lot of you out and it's making you uncomfortable because you don't want to venture into the unknown. But sometimes venturing into the unknown can be incredibly exciting if you allow it to be. And I think that that's the message here, saying let it be exciting. Not knowing where you're going gives you the freedom to invest in whatever the hell you want, Oh, my career has shifted. I can go towards whatever kind of career path I want to go towards. And, this is a great time to have new experiences and try new things. So please don't hesitate to do so. And also be open, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. This is a great time to be open to new things and try things you've never done before and really, really, really give things a chance because they might turn out to be the complete opposite of what they have originally seemed, okay? Overall, though, Libras, that's kind of the main gist of your story. And I think that you're heading in the right direction. And, even though right now you may not know where you're going, I'm pretty sure over the next 3 weeks, you're going to start to discover the new path incoming. So that's pretty damn exciting. Let's go ahead and see your overall outcome, okay? What is going to be the overall outcome here for Team Libra? Moving into the next 3 weeks, what do we got? And we got here the 3 of Pentacles, things working out and things finally starting to come together. So even though at this time, you're venturing out into the unknown, you don't know what the heck is happening, you're going to start to see it all unfold together right before your very eyes, and you're going to begin to see the new path you've been seeking open up for you. And that's going to be super exciting and wonderful. So Libras, I love that for you guys. Of course, guys, take it if it resonates and if it's your story. If not, absolutely no worries. But I want to thank you so much for coming out here anyways and watching this reading with me. It means a lot. And I hope that I was able to help anybody as best as possible. But these are the predictions I see for you. I think you're going to be finding that new path. But remember, you have to be willing to be open to it. If you're in that space where you're stressing, right? If you're in that space where you're just like, I don't know where the hell I'm going and it makes me feel like I'm going nowhere, you're only delaying yourself from being able to connect with new things. This is a time to remain open. This is a time to try new experiences and to take action. Remember, it's not a time of inaction. So if we lost a job and you're looking for a new job, make sure you're applying to new jobs, make sure you are putting yourself out there, right? If you're not going to do that, then you're not going to align with anything. So there has to be action on your part. But overall, if you take that action, remain optimistic, go with the flow, I feel like over the next 3 week period, you will start to see everything come together, which is really lovely and wonderful for you. Okay, Libras, much love to you. Have a wonderful rest of your April and early May, and I'll catch you guys in your official May reading, okay? Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.